All right, I'm going to start the video before it's not too bright here, but up here it will be. You'll be able to see me a little better. But I was watching this YouTube channel with some guy that lives out of his car in Santa Barbara, California. And I've been thinking about this. This isn't something new, but I really been thinking about just building a little thing in my car where my bed is at the right side, like a little wooden platform. Take my seat out, get rid of it, make a little wooden platform where I can keep my stuff under it and put things to sleep in there. I really been thinking about doing this, just living out of my car, because when you go there, there's already, there's shower heads. There's places you can park. It's warm. I don't have to worry about the cold. I don't have to worry about water to get a shower. I can sleep in my car. The only thing that I won't have is food. That's the only thing. And if I have to get my car fixed. But those are little problems. Those are things that I can do if something happens. I'm not really worried about that because I feel like I'm stuck here. I don't want to be where I'm at no more. I'm tired of just coming up the street here to do videos. I can't do videos. This is not how I want to run my channel, and why keep doing this? If nothing's ever going to change, why am I going to keep doing what I don't want to do? The only thing that scares me, though, the one thing that's holding me back is I'm on a medication and I am kind of dependent on that medication. And I'm really going to give it an effort to go down to a really small dose so that if I do this thing, because I'm planning on doing it by either this summer or the end of the summer, I have to make a move. If I don't do it, it's never going to happen. Now, this may be something that I will procrastinate on a little bit. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it right now, but I'm just tired of paying rent $140 a week. I hardly use any water. I don't shower all the time. There's no reason to. I'm not going and getting dirty or working in an oil field or something. I don't really use too much water. I brush my teeth. I go to the bathroom. I don't really use too much to have to pay $140 a week. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to be here. It's not the place for me. There's nothing to do. It's, the town I'm in, it's just not the town for me. And I say, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I might as well do it. And really what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just do it anyway and say, oh my goodness, what did I do when I get there? And then adapt to it. Like I got lost in the jungle or something, or my plane wrecked and I had to survive, because I just don't want to do this. It's not the life I want to live. This is not a place for an artist, a vlogger, a musician, someone like me that's trying to run my own little thing to, get rid of a couple things so that I can make a living off of. This is not the place to do it. Even though I can do everything up in my room, I can't do everything. I can do some things. I have a neighbor that's older next to me and I don't want to bother him. And it's just, when that you can't, it's not freedom. I don't feel free, and if I don't feel free, if I don't feel like I'm doing what I know I'm capable of with my own expectations, I don't have expectations for other people. I have expectations for myself. I know that I have so much more that I want to do. I have so much more that I can be content with. I have a vision for my life that I want I have things that I do want to accomplish. I'm not saying that I'm ever going to get anywhere or it's going to do all these things, but these things will keep me more happy and content with my own life. And I'm just tired of just sitting around. And I can't do music up in my room. I could do it during the day, but I don't like doing it when other people can hear and I'm being loud and I'm disturbing them. It's just not something I like doing. And there, it's always warm. I can get a shower. I can sleep in my car. I can do my stuff there. There's places where you can go and, plug your stuff in. There's probably outlets, some places, and Wi-Fi and stuff like that. It ain't that I'm trying to be a mooch. It's just that's the type of lifestyle I like living. I like living as minimal as I possibly can. And, don't get me wrong. I would like to move somewhere like that and have a little place. But at first, I want to start out like that because I want to get used to it. In case I ever do lose my house or my home, I want to be used to living in the street. I'm out here at 2, 3, 4 in the morning sometimes doing videos, so I can live in the street. The only thing that scares me is being strung out. The medication I take, I'd go through a bit of a withdrawal, and that's what scares me, is if I don't have that and if I don't have a little bit of food. But besides that, I don't really care. I'm to the point where I don't care anymore. It's a little bit scary, but not that much. It doesn't scare me as much as what it did before, thinking if I don't have a place. It's like something that somebody said about, well, how does a deer live? How does animals support themselves? They get everything from the land. They get everything from nature. They get everything from being outside. They build from the land and nature, you see? And this is the only problem that I do have with this system, is these kinds of things. There's other things that we just can't help. We can't get away from, you know what I'm saying? And there's a very thin line between, being hypocritical about things and being realistic. And I'm being realistic about this. I'm being rational. I'm, thinking about this like, well, think about it a little bit before you do it. Because, I never been out on the street. My brother used to live in the street and he could do that very well. I never been on the street. I never lived in a car and stuff. I never been homeless. But really, I don't see it as being homeless. I see it as a lifestyle. And that's how I like living. If I wasn't on the medication I'm on, and I had a car that was maybe like a van or something, I would go right now tonight. I go right now. I swear to goodness, I go right now. I'd get the money, the little bit of money that I do have, which is like nothing at all. I would take that to use gas to get there. It's probably going to be like, $200 for gas to get there. So go there. Get a license if I have to get a license there, and do this thing. Like, listen, a lot of y'all are probably similar to me. You're a lot like me. Listen, we have one life to live. If you don't like where you're at, then get out of where you're at. If you don't like what you're doing, then do something. No one's ever going to do it for you. You're the only one that can ever do anything for you. Nothing's going to happen until you make it happen, until you and I make it happen. And I'm to the point where I'm so sick and tired of doing this that I have to do something different. I just can't keep doing this. It's like this repetitive Bill Murray Groundhog Day type of feeling, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I wake up, I'm at my apartment all day. I come out here to do these videos, and it's boring. I'm in the same spot. I'm doing the videos in the same exact location. There's nowhere to go around here. I can't do stuff up in my room like I want because I'm a night person. I do things at night. But I don't mind doing things during the day too, but I'm not in a situation to do that right now. If I would move to Santa Barbara or somewhere else, that's where I have planned on moving. That seems like the best alternative for me. It just seems like a place where I would fit in better, that I would be more comfortable with living. I wouldn't have to worry about the cold and all that. It would just, everything's basically there. So that's the type of lifestyle I would like to live. You know, you just get to this point in your life where it's like, you got to make a move. You know, I got to make a move. I just can't keep doing this. I don't want to keep doing this. And it's only me holding myself back. I'm the only one procrastinating with this. And I probably will. I'll probably procrastinate for a while here before I take a leap and do it. Like I said, all I got to do is wean down on this medication so that I'm not so dependent, because the withdrawal's pretty rough from those that I take, the things I take, and, you know, worrying about something to eat. That's all I'm worrying about. I'm not worried about nothing else. Everything else is right there. The beach is there. I can go, you know, in the beach if I have to rinse off quick. I'm not worried about all that shit. I'm not worried about having a mansion and a big ass home with all this space that I'm not using. It's just not the lifestyle for me. So anyway, I just wanted to hit y'all up with that. It's just something to think about for all of us. It ain't just me. You know, this all comes with a certain type of lifestyle. And that's how I actually like living. Everything has changed for me in this last year. I've just been thinking about everything differently than what I was before. You know, screw this, man. Worrying about having to pay bills all the time. And I know that you'll still have to worry about stuff living out of a car, but not as much as when you have to pay rent and you have to worry that you're not going to lose your house and all this and that. You know, you could just go right in your car and live and sleep. You know, it's like I said, what do animals do? They sleep where they're at. They go somewhere where they find it the warmest and they lay down and sleep. This is just how brainwashed that this whole thing has us, that we have to have a home. We have to have a job that we're going to, that we hate. You know, there's other alternatives, y'all. There's other alternatives. This isn't the only thing that you and I can do. And when you feel stuck like that, it is the worst place. It's the worst position to be in when you feel like you're stuck and you can't go nowhere. And how I said in older videos, I feel like I'm paralyzed. I feel like there's nowhere to go and I'm frozen and I don't know what to do. I hate that feeling. And why am I going to keep doing it to myself, you know? And I understand how I am. You know, this is how I am. I procrastinate for a little while before I do things. It's just how my mind is. But I'm starting to see now the procrastination is not going to do anything. It's just me waiting for the inevitable. It's just me sitting around waiting in my misery, waiting in my saying I want to do this, then I don't, and all that. It ain't going to happen until I do it, plain and simple. So anyway, it's just something, you know, I'm not saying that it's going to happen for sure, but it's something that I really, really want to do because I'm tired of this shit, living the way that I'm living. It's old. It does. It feels like Groundhog's Day. It feels just like the movie Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray. Every time I wake up, dun, 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 you're in York, baby. Dun, 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 you're in York, baby. The next day, dun, 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 you're in York again, baby. Dun, 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 you're in York again, baby. And it's like, oh my gosh, dude. It's just like, you know, this repetitive shit. And I understand there's a lot of repetitive stuff that we do. But that type of lifestyle, it's not so repetitive because you got to move around and do stuff. You know, you got to move. It forces you to do something. When you're comfortable, and I like being comfortable too. Don't get me wrong. I like being comfortable and I like having something to do that keeps me content, that I want to do. But I want to be both of those things somewhat, not fully. You know, if I'm a little uncomfortable, okay, I got to live with that. And then if I'm comfortable, cool. You know, I got my own little thing I can do, my own little space. All that I need is like 8 feet by, you know, whatever, just enough to where I can move a little bit, put my plate somewhere to eat and do my music, my art stuff, have a little bit of room. That's all I need. I don't need mansions. I don't need a big ass house. I don't need 20 cars. all that shit is completely dead. I mean, if someone's still chasing that kind of stuff, they can do that, but I just think it's a big waste of time doing all that stuff. You know, it's like, what do we love to do? And to do it as minimal as possible. And there's not a lot of people that have this mindset, and that's why they can't ever get out of the thing they're doing. And it's the same with me. It's the same exact thing with me. It's like, I can do this. I can do this if I want to do it. I have the ability to do anything I want to do. I can get in my car tonight and go. I can drive to New York. I can go to Chicago. I have just enough money for gas, maybe a little tiny bit extra to get a little bit of food and stuff, or do whatever I have to do. I could go do it right now if I wanted to do it. We're in America. This is the thing that is great about America, is that we can do whatever we want to do. Do we realize this? That you can do whatever you want to do right now. You don't have to wait till the future. You know, it's kind of like, I have a dream. Bullshit. You can live your dream. You can live reality. You know, you can actually do what you're thinking of doing. What is a dream? I have a dream to be this. I have a dream to do this when I get older. Bullshit. Do it now. You can do it now. Right now in this reality, you can do it. You see, and this isn't the type of thinking that a lot of us have. And we're just stuck. We're froze in place. And we feel like we can't get out. We feel like we can't go nowhere. Now, I know it's different with those who have kids and those who are maybe married, or you have some type of family thing or whatever going on where you have to be with somebody, or a caretaker, or your mom's sick or anything like that. I understand that. But if you're not in that type of situation, you do not have to be miserable. You do not have to stay where you're at. It's like, I mean, sometimes I don't even think people realize this. I don't even think they realize that they're trapped and they don't feel like they can get out of their own situation. And it's right there in front of your face saying, hey, look, you can get out of this situation. All you have to do is do it. So anyway, that's all I got, y'all. But, you know, it is what it is. So if anyone would like to support whatever I'm doing here, I'll keep everything down in the description. So that's my whole life. So thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. Resonate the Arts, SBN. Stay up, stay lowly. Contradiction. I'm out. Turkey Hill again.